Blue-eyed cowboy. Ride all night or day, whatever. For an hour. Let's get this story started. I don't even know what we're doing today. I should do some missions, but I don't want to, man. I gotta rob people. I gotta rob 5 townsfolk. I gotta shoot 5 cougars with the bow. Let's go do some bounties. We got a newspaper. Where's the bounty? I think there's one up in Strawberry. We got a cougar right here. Over in Big Valley. Let's rock and roll. There's my baby Grizz. You're a good baby. You're the best little baby I've ever met.
There, girl.
Yep. Should I change my clothes? I want to go buy new clothes. That's what I want to do.
Yep.
I don't know what kind of trouble we're going to get into. But heading all the way to Strawberry, I bet you something pops up. I gotta rob $50 from townsfolk. I still haven't found a treasure. Double down, berries. I should have got this one the other day, but whatever. Good day for a ride. I got international dinner tonight. A group of friends of mine here in this town have been doing an international dinner night once a month for like 10 years. And I got in on the ground floor. I was roommates with the guy who started it back when I first moved here. I spent about a year living in a town on Lake Drive. And then moved in with him up on College Street in Joseph. Lived there for about 2 or 3 years, I think. He's a good guy. We got along pretty good. Stayed friends for the last little 10 years. I enjoy international dinner. I used to not to. I thought it was dorky, but as I've gotten older and it's nice to show up, I always cook something. I bring in a big thing of protein. Tonight I'm making chicken breasts with green onion and parsley and lime juice. And, at 5 though. You never know who's gonna show up to these things either. It really is it's a crapshoot. I like it when like less people show up. I just don't enjoy a big crowd. Especially this house that it all started in, this yellow house he calls it. It gets crowded, man. It gets hot. He likes to keep the heat up. I'm a sweaty dude anyway. But that's going on. I worked today, Sunday. There was a little rush. The kitchen I work in really isn't designed for one person to cook in. It's really stressed out when it happens. Look at these hombres. It just feels like trouble. I don't know what's going on here, but it feels like trouble.
Felt dead, but wasn't doing nothing.
You're right there.
I'm glad I stayed out of their hair. But stretched out. It's a long kitchen, right? When you're by yourself, you're up and down the whole time. And my boss, the owner, she doesn't want to hear shit about reorganizing it. So I'm kind of stuck there, you know. And I'm replaceable minimum wage labor too. I don't even try to open my mouth too much anyway. But when you're cooking eggs for breakfast crowd, the orders are tricky. You gotta be really careful. Not careful, but the timing has to be perfect. Because if you put an egg up into the pass at over easy and it sits there for 1 minute, it's an over medium egg now. So if you want over easy eggs to go out, you have to cook them last. But if you're stuck plating and getting, syrups poured and French toast cut and buttered, and, heaven forbid you make a mistake and you're starting something over, it's a rough gig. Eggs are hard. You really need somebody sitting there babysitting the eggs the whole time. And the people I work for, they're a mother and a daughter. So they're always yapping at each other about the eggs, and the daughter just caves. These eggs are bad. These aren't over medium. All day. And my boss just But if I'm cooking the eggs, I don't get that luxury. I gotta cook them right. I gotta cook those bitches right, man. She'll be like, start over. Stressful. And I'm not joking. The money's really not there. If you're a cook in this world, I've heard of a few cooks making pretty good money, but I'm never going to be one of them. No.
I'm about my own business, and I don't want your company.
Who that? Huh. Get on the road. It's hard though, man. It's hard when you got two people. We're trying to train this new girl, and it's some real ups and downs, to be honest. And she doesn't want to do, I like cooking. I think I'm good at it. And I don't like it. I don't really like being there all day. The hell? Get a ride on. Come on. And I've always been interested in it. I've always liked food. I like cooking. I like doing all that stuff. I'm even like I would consider a brave person. I like trying new things. I like the rush. And I still don't like it. She doesn't like any of that. This new girl doesn't like any of that shit. She's stressed out about every little thing. And I kind of have to, you know, you have to hold her hand the whole time. It's hard. You have to think for two people when you got a new person. Especially because my boss has hired this lady with zero cooking or kitchen or restaurant experience. It was kind of a silly move, to be honest. And she's old, too. She's not like old, but she's in like her late 40s. And at a certain point, you kind of are... I'm not saying you are too old, but your attitude is hard to change at a certain point. You can learn the job. You can't really learn a good attitude. Rough, man. I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm probably going to end up having to find a new job. My boss has to get surgery, and I can't really do the whole kitchen by myself. And this new girl's not going to... Oh, man. Hey, welcome to Strawberry.
Ancient feuds flare up again in Scarlet Meadows. In need of a good story?
25 cents? Why not?
Got you some other time.
Okay then, girl.
Strawberry is going crazy.
There you got people waiting on you. Dang. That's okay.
Can I read my paper? Bloody shootout between families, moonshine traffic suspected, dead and dying in the streets, roads. News was received here today of a tremendous escalation of a decades-old blood feud between the Grays and Braithwaites, two prominent local families who have been arguing since long before the war. The town of Rhodes and its residents were the true victims in a fight between these powerful families. The recent altercation originated in Rhodes' Parlor House, which is owned by the Gray family. Reports say that moonshine or money was the basis of the argument. Shots rang out, voices screamed, and then bullets sadly hushed them. Once prominent families, the fortune of the Grays and Braithwaites, and other once wealthy landowners like them, have been on the wane since the war. The plantation families have been at odds since before the War of the States, claiming some mutual theft of gold or property over a century ago, a motive of which nobody can claim reliability to this day. Reports say the news altercation began when some associates of the Braves went into Rhodes' Power House and offered to cover plenty of free, untaxed liquor. Who did that? Score of lawmen dead in wild shootouts, small mountain town in mourning. Residents of Strawberry in fear. A prisoner set to hang for a brutal murder escaped from jail in Strawberry, setting the town on edge after a horrific shootout. The violence erupted in rapid fashion, catching the sheriff and other law enforcement off guard. Tens of lawmen are dead in what is described as the most brazen jailbreak in years. An accomplice, surprise lawmen in the normally peaceful town, erupted in gunfire. The accomplice and the prisoner escaped during a massive running shootout. The local doctor was so overwhelmed with the dead and wounded that he has not been seen in town since. A handkerchief said to be worn by one of the robbers was found in the tracks of the escape with part of a tooth and other evidence of wounding. However, one official said that so many had been involved in pursuing the duo that it could have been one of many dead that it belonged to. Another thing I had a part in that, I think. Quincy statue defiled, Confederate war hero, fought bravely at Scarlet Meadows. A dispatch from the St. Denis Constable reports that the statue of General Quincy Harris was defaced in a craven act. The hero of the War of the Northern Aggression saw his bravest men cut down in front of his eyes at the Battle of Scarlet Meadows in 1864. The word coward appeared on the statue, no doubt placed there by a handful of ill-advised citizens who seek to tarnish the name of the general that historians agree was a courageous military man. The battle that day was hectic and a scene of carnage. With conflicting accounts soon described, the General Harris is remembered as one of who never turned coat in the face of adversity. Modern steam marvel. Cornwall orders fastest steamship in the world. Expected to arrive within the week. Industrialist and rail magnate Leviticus Cornwall has ordered a delivery of the nation's first turbine-powered steamship, a marvel of engineering from the United Kingdom. First unveiled as an experimental vessel in 1894, it was then demonstrated as the fastest ship on the water. Now beginning commercial production, the Turbinia class, as it was first christened, is expected to be a private vessel for Mr. Cornwall, built to his exact specifications, including a level of opulence and grandeur not before seen on modern sailing vessels. Lucky guy. Lawman found dead. Henry Jenkins was a veteran of force. Angela Bronte sends condolences. Foul play suspected. Officer Henry Jenkins was found dead last Tuesday in a gunshot to the head in what has been described as an ambush that left the veteran officer slumped forward in his outhouse near the abode that he shared with his wife of 20 years. Jenkins had led an investigation against prominent local businessman Angela Bronte, 55, who resides in a mansion on Flavian Street. Mr. Bronte has long been a supporter of local constables and law enforcement and frequently appears at social events celebrating St. Denis politicians. Some have accused Bronte of being involved in a syndicate that deals in smuggling and racketeering, though numerous officials vouch for him as a fine member of the local business community. They say that his Italian heritage is being held against him and that Bronte is of great benefit to the community, contributing to fundraisers for local schools as well as supporting causes to help the infirm and elderly. Pattern identified, message scrawled blood, world intense plague, similar to deaths years ago. Residents of St. Denis are living in fear as ritualistic deaths from years ago have returned. The pattern is the same. Teeth marks, like those of a hyena or a dog on the body, are noticeable. There are messages scrawled next to the body in blood. Some had attributed the death to yellow fever, but others cite vampires as the cause. St. Denis lawmen announced years ago that they had caught the culprit and indeed did hang Bosco Lopez, who had spent many years living in Orange before arriving in St. Denis by frigate. Now that the fifth victim has been found, lawmen expressing caution, indicating that all residents should avoid traveling alone in the evening wherever possible, and keep all residences without locks barricaded overnight. Women are especially advised to show caution, as they are more often than not the victims of attacks. The king of corsets. Exotic finery booms in Saint Denis. Since the wife of King Henry II of France enforced a ban on thick waist at a court attendance, the corset has remained in high fashion for all who can afford it. Using exotic lace and stays, and whale bones and metal supports, much cherished local artisan Algernon Wasp fashioned striking corsets at his world-renowned workshop and greenhouse in the Mansion District of Saint Denis. His millinery work and corsetry are all the rage amongst the fashionable members of the higher classes, who prize his use of rare and most delicate materials such as orchids and egret feathers. With a long list of elite and aristocratic clients from all around the world, Mr. Wasp's workshop toils into the night to make the waist of aristocrats slimmer and their heads dainty with finery. He remains an example of Saint Denis' status as a cultural capital of the world. They have fled. Lemoyne Raiders now in Texas. The ex-soldiers, renegades, and criminals that loosely comprise the Lemoyne Raider militia have mostly fled to Texas after repeated clashes with the government and law enforcement. Preaching the free state or anti-government and anti-tax doctrines, their message soon grew tiresome for the populace that simply wants to move on after the war between the states. The scrappy militia has spent the last few years robbing government employees and institutions and regular civilians as well. After some stinging defeats, the Lemoyne Raiders fled to areas of Texas where it is reported that our disdain for paying taxes and supporting the government is more readily received. Everything's better in Texas. A massive motif, cliff sculpture, in the Grizzlies. Wayfarers in the Grizzlies have reported a massive cliff face sculpture is underway, courtesy of an as yet unknown artist, undertaken by a lone man toiling with a hammer and chisel. But rarely seen, he is suspended by a hemp rope and works in the beating sun to accomplish his artistic vision of carving a face into a prominent rock face. The project began several weeks ago, according to the travelers, who say the man has undertaken it as an homage to his beloved wife. Oh, I think that guy died. War brewing in Europe, power struggle in Africa has had issue, Britain killing scores of Dutch settlers. The struggle for power in Africa continues. The territories of rival European powers are being disputed once more. Great Britain has plunged into a full-scale war against Dutch settlers in Africa, in southern Africa, known as the Boers. Despite the belief that a compromise will be found, hostilities have commenced to crush the Boers as Great Britain rushes to send men and munitions to southern Africa. Rival European powers accuse Great Britain of threatening legitimate claims to territories controlled by others, and the gold and diamond mines there that create immense wealth. Also of concern is that the vast and unruly native populations may prove restless, ungrateful, and resentful towards their European masters. Women should keep silence, allowed to sing but not speak in church. She is subordinate to man. The first day's synod of Virginia was spent with devotional exercise led by Reverend T.M. Spriggs, speaking on giving the work of God to all peoples. His committee was tasked last year to study the scriptural position of women in the home and church and their duties, and came to some unsurprising conclusions. Order remains heaven's first law, and it necessitates the due subordination of the ruled to their ruler. This subordination of women by divine appointment is, sadly, ignored or denied by the women's movement. The home is the special sphere of a woman, and indeed this is her throne. The church, and indeed the scripture, forbid a woman to hold office or bear rule, lead prayer in a public assembly, and they command her to keep silence. The scripture teaches that a woman may do in church, her home, or in public. She may sing in mixed-sex devotional services or in meetings of her own sex. The report was signed by all 5 clergymen, and they remain unanimous on the women's question, as does this newspaper, which supports the natural order of things, even though we are men of science first and foremost. I mean, what if they sing, but channel through their singing ideas, that can forward our culture, like Madonna? Black Widow captured, murders several women. The Eliane Swan charmed many of a man with her silver tongue and handsome figure, but those who courted her were rewarded with a kiss of death. Wanted for the deaths of several men, including her husband, Swan became known as the Black Widow. While it isn't known what caused her to turn on her suitors, it is known that her spree of killing has come to an end. Miss Son was turned over to authorities and currently awaiting trial in Valentine Jail. Still protesting her innocence, at the time of capture, she was luring another unsuspecting suitor into her web. Oh yeah, she killed that guy. I couldn't get there in time. She stabbed him right in the throat. African lion killed. That was me. Escaped from Chaplain Show, residents of the Heartlands who experienced hysteria-laden sightings of an African lion breathed a sigh of relief as the beast was killed at Emerald Ranch. The lion was responsible for a spate of livestock killings and the death of a farmhand. It was thought to have escaped from a traveling show called Margaret, Mistress of Danger, the world's greatest female animal trainer. Margaret is, in fact, Heywood Margaret, an Englishman and female stage impersonator. Upset by a dust devil outside Rhodes, the lion escaped. Distressed by the incident and death of his beloved lion, Margaret is believed to be on a packet steamer headed back to England. The Art of Angling by Jeremy Gill. As a world-famous master of both rod and pin, it often troubles me to see the fascination with factories and machines. They can dull the senses. I've long prided myself as a fisherman, free from exhibitions of vanity and self-conceit, which is why I'm often asked to lecture on my extensive travels, sharing the success of my uncanny ability to catch any fish. An hassle on spiritual, romantic, and economic matters. Indeed, fishing once helped me stop a major European land war. But that's another story for another day. Catfish care not for major battles, averted or otherwise. My next challenge, catching a monster-sized channel catfish. They love muddy waters and prefer crayfish over other baits. Fish in overcast weather. These mysteries of the deep detest the sun, much like our British counterparts. Happy hunting. Not a bad paper. Alright. Okay, Bear. Let's go hunt somebody.
You after a bounty? I can tell.
Yeah.
If so, we got a poster on the wall just there.
Who's talking to me?
Then I'm in luck. Well.
Bounty poster for Joshua Brown. Wanted $4 reward. Wanted live. The notorious shooters. Wanted for unlawful killings. Brown is a medium build, dark skin, long mustache. Last known whereabouts was north of the Strawberry. V. Farley. All reward complaints were paid from the sheriff's department. Okay.
Word is he's made a home out of an old mine up in the Big Valley Mountains.
Let's go get him.
You might want to leave that one on the wall. Josh Brown to be a hard man to kill, let alone capture. And that's what we're asking for. Got half the bounty hunters in the state out looking for him.
I want your advice. I'll ask for it, okay? Okay? Joshua Brown. Give it to me.
He's a killer. Got away with it for the most part, too. Legal kills. But if you walk that line, you're gonna step over it at some point. And that's what he done.
That's true.
This man's dangerous. Why I gotta bring him in alive?
He brought us some bounties in the past, and he's always been decent. If you don't want to bring him in breathing, you leave this alone.
I figure I know what I gotta do.
Okay.
You there! You can't do that!
It's all good. Calm down.
I'll back you up on this for sure.
Mighty risky way to pass
Back
your
it
time.
up now. Law's gonna take care of this.
All right, simmer down.
You had your fun, friend. Now get out of here.
All right. No, not the journal.
Yep.
I hear a bear. Come on, Grizz. Let's get up this hill. Good day for a ride. Good day for a little bounty hunting. Whew.
There we go. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Yep.
I'm liking Arthur's beard right now. I'm wondering how I'm gonna have to. I don't know how to take this guy alive. I'm gonna have to think on my feet here.
Yeah.
Huh. I should be close. All right. That's probably it.
Yeah.
What the hell am I doing? Okay. Dude, come on, Bear. Oh, Grizz. I keep on calling you Bear. Bear's dead.
Yeah.
Where's my lantern at? Oh, oh, there it is. Who wants it?
Yeah.
We got to get moving. All I've done is read the paper today. Hmm.
Dead end. You got nowhere to go, bounty hunter.
I ain't here to kill you.
Wouldn't matter if you were. There's only one way out of here, and that's through me.
Come
Mm-hmm.
easy. I'll say something to the law.
It ain't gonna be easy. You're gonna have to draw on me to get me out. You might have found me, but you won't beat me, bounty hunter.
Oh. I gotta shoot his gun. Oh, okay. I don't know, guys. Like,
Damn this! God damn bounty hunter son of a bitch! Damn you!
Let's tie up that shooting arm. Going back to Strawberry. Hey, you don't mind, do you?
all right, let's head back to Strawberry. Arthur's strong, dude. Come here, Grizz. All the way here. Come on.
Okay, you shot me. You didn't even have the decency to do it right. You duel a man and you ought to put him down. Not knock him out and tie him up. You got no decency, bounty hunter.
We gotta get to town. I'm almost done here.
You wouldn't have got me in my younger days. I would have put one in the middle of your eyes before you even blinked. You ain't nothing special. You ain't gonna stay sharp for very long.
None of us do. This is kind of a long ride.
You killed me back there. A real man would have killed me. A real man wouldn't tie me like this. A real man wouldn't take me in.
That's Big Josh, all right.
Hey, he looks heavy. Can we take that bounty off of you?
I can manage him fine.
all those men. You're not better than me.
I'm not better than him, that's true. But
I don't deserve this. I deserve to go out with some damn honor. I live by the gun, let me die by it, damn it. That's what I deserve, you damn sneak. You damn gut shooter.
I like him. I don't want to hit him. You know, I like this guy. He is kind of right in my personal belief. But Bounty says alive.
All you other bounty men, you make me sick. You got no pride. Just coyotes fighting over someone else's kill. I bet you got a price on you too. Somewhere. No one shoots like you do. Hasn't had some practice.
True. I do my chores too, though, for real.
Quicker on the draw.
Place is cursed.
Here we are. Strawberry. I hear the cells here are really comfortable.
You trying to be winsome, bounty hunter?
Always. I'm a regular charmer. Now come on.
He is.
Got Brown here.
Ah, Mr. Brown.
Come on now.
Make him comfortable downstairs.
Yep.
Knock me up. Forget about me.
I need my $40 now.
Leave me to my peace.
Pays right here. You make you work for it?
He dueled me, so I'd say that's fine.
Well, that's about that, huh?
Girl. Oh, I'm sorry, girl.
There you go. We're waiting on you. You got a problem with me? I ain't a guy you want to be fighting. Gonna enjoy beating you. Let's all just take it easy.
There we go.
The hell? You're goddamn kidding. Oh my God.
Don't you move a muscle.
Come on. Don't have to go down like this.
No, come on. Shit! You're gonna come with me this second.
Now get even! We can oh! Down now. Out there, bring him! Out. Damn it! Move in! This time! Yeah!
Easy now.
Hey, it ain't up to me. The law says I gotta kill you.
There's my $40.
Yeah.
We gotta be placed closer. There we go. Pay these stupid bounties.
Howdy there. Welcome. Christ, you got the money to pay all that off? I'm shocked
I do
you
now.
walking in here with that kind of price on you.
Anyway.
What needs to go where?
There we go. Not a bad little ride, I guess, for the day. Well, might as well just set up a camp, relax for a second. It's been a good ride, guys. Thanks for checking in. If you ever do. I'm gonna head off international dinner night. Been fun. Like, share, and subscribe. You know, say hi to your blue-eyed cowboy. Leave a comment. Kind of gets lonely here in the winters. See you next time.